I can tell you what this does right now. Everybody will now go and log into their Ubisoft account. And the first thing they will probably see is a big banner. Oh, big sale, 70%. What is the very first thing that I will see? 75%. What did I just say? So, what is currently going on with Ubisoft is they delete your account. If you are not active for quite some time, I don't know what exactly the time is. They will send out emails that they will delete your account in the next 30 days if you don't reply with all your stuff. It's crazy, and that now sparked a crazy outrage about this entire digital thing. So things like Steam, also, you just borrow the games, you don't own them. You just buy a license that gives you access to the game. That's the thing with digital purchases. That, however, there are some websites where it's different. For example, GOG, Good Old Games, is a website where you can buy them and they are DRM free. You can share them with your friends and whatever. You own that product you download. They cannot take it away. It's all in your hands. But for Steam and all that, that is not exactly like that. And now we have that problem with Ubisoft. And Moist Critical made a video about that, I think. Oh yeah. I haven't watched it yet. But I want to watch it. Let me pause the music.
Physicist or anything like that, but I still would like to present to you a theory that I've cooked up here. One that I'm nowhere near qualified enough to speak on with good authority, but one I'm going to present with confidence anyway. I'm going to punch above my weight class to deliver an important truth about our universe that will open your third eye. And trust me, this is going to be a shocking revelation. I believe at some point along our developmental path, we have overlapped with a parallel universe. I will dub our original timeline the Berenstein Bears timeline because that's what the books were known as when I was a child. And at some point along our history...
Yeah, lately, Charlie has been a doomer. Like, all of his videos in the past few weeks have been... I mean, he's also not wrong. I agree, but all of his videos are, like, about some of the most idiotic, stupid decisions corporations can even do. It's ridiculous. Like, Twitter is doing stupid stuff. Now Ubisoft is doing stupid stuff. Every other, like, Blizzard is doing stupid stuff. Like, they are all just falling on their head. It's crazy. And every time I watch a Charlie video, it's like, man, how can everybody be this fucking stupid? We are doomed. We are just doomed to fail at this point.
Our timeline collided with the Berenstain timeline, and the two performed a bit of a fusion dance, an unholy matrimony, and merged together, forming this amalgamation of nightmares we now live in. Our new cursed timeline. And
we are doomed.
One of the effects of the timeline isn't just Berenstein Bears being changed to Berenstain, it's also, seemingly, the fixation every successful company has on self-destruction. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but some of the most successful companies in the world are making the absolute dumbest decisions. It's as if when the timelines collided, all of the leaders of these companies got banished to the doofus dimension and got replaced by an entire fucking circus. All of these clowns now in charge, bozo, are doing the dumbest things ever, sinking their companies. And the most recent example is
It's also
Ubisoft.
pretty funny.
Ubisoft just proudly announced that they are actually willing to shut down inactive Ubisoft accounts, which means deleting all of the games you paid for, getting rid of your access to those games. Now, before going into this story in particular, I'll go ahead and preface this by saying this isn't necessary.
There's also another one I would like to throw in. Like, Ubisoft is big stupid. But at least they are consistent shit. Like, they're shitty consistent. It's like a nice firm grab you can have on that shit. It's... Oh wow, that is a little bit small. But thank you, Mike. Thank you so much. I'm back with some. Oh, with a chicken. 2 months in a row.
I'm back with some chicken.
Hey, TTS, it works. Cool. Thanks, man. Thank you so much. But yeah, I will throw in Blizzard. I would even say Blizzard is even better at destroying themselves than Ubisoft. Ubisoft just made a big oopsie and everything else is just garbage. No one expects anything from Ubisoft. Everybody's just looking at Ubisoft. It's that weird kid in the... Do you know that meme with, oh, they don't know I made the Assassin's... They don't know meme. Here, that is Ubisoft. They don't know I make games too. That is Ubisoft. No one fucking cares about Ubisoft. What is exciting about Ubisoft? The same, like the 20th Assassin's Creed? Nobody expects anything out of that game. No one gives a fuck. Watch Dogs? Nobody cared after the first game about Watch Dogs anymore. What else do they have? Far Cry. Far Cry hasn't been good since the 3rd Far Cry. Everything after that is just a copy of Far Cry 3 in worse. What is Tom Clancy? Tom Clancy is dead and buried. What was the last good Tom Clancy? I can't even name you the last Tom Clancy that came out. I mean, what is it? Rainbow Six? But that's also old as fuck. But that seemed like a good game. To credit where credit is due, like Rainbow Six Siege looks like a good game. I don't play it because I don't play competitive shooter stuff anymore. But that game looks good. The other, like, what is it? Not Ghost Raccoon. Wildlife. I have no idea. So yeah. Siege looks like a good credit where credit is due. I've gotta be fair, but everything else, garbage. Like literally uninteresting. 5 out of 10, mediocre, garbage. With an in-game shop to buy XP boosts. Like, fuck you. I think, did I tell the story already? Like, one of my friends bought one of the Assassin's Creed games on sale for like $5, and he was like, yeah, it's not even that bad, but I'm under-leveled a lot. And I was like, have you checked the in-game store? He was like, no, what is there? I'm like, there are XP boosts in the in-game store. You can buy XP boosts in a single-player PvE game. And he's like, what the fuck? And I just told him, download a trainer, because they have like XP multipliers in them. Just download a trainer, fuck that system. It's ridiculous. Also, there's that other Tales of whatever the fuck that has the same garbage. Oh my god, I'm going on a rant. Tales of Arise, I think. Yeah, here. Look at the premium stuff. +5 level ups. Oh, another 5 level ups. Oh, for a nice little price of, what is that? Like, that is 8. For a nice price of like $14, you can level up, what is that? 40 levels. Wow! Why do you even play video games at this point? Fuck you, idiots! Just buy the finished product. Yeah, we are living in the worst timeline, and Blizzard is just, every time I go on Wowhead, I read new stupid stuff about some stupid person doing stupid stuff or greedy shit. It's awful. Like, Blizzard is actually speedrunning bankruptcy at some point. And there was recently a clip of an old developer of Blizzard, like, it's a husk. No one who made any of these games great. No one who made World of Warcraft, Diablo, Heroes of the Storm, heck, they are all gone. All these legacy developers, like Jeff Kaplan, they are all gone. No one is working there anymore, except for Ian Hisakosa, I think. They are all gone. They will never come back. These games are just puppets for this greedy evil guy. Look at him. You see these eyes? That's where I've killed someone with my own hands. Look, because I liked it. That was a joke. He probably didn't. But yeah, it's all for him. We don't play games anymore. We just pay for him, for his sleep. See, there's even salary coming up. So where did we left off? Oh yeah, most critical. Ubisoft.
Necessarily new. That's not groundbreaking. Steam, for example, if you get banned on Steam, like if you get your Steam account taken away, you lose your games. Basically, when you're buying a digital good on Steam, you're kind of just paying for like the receipt saying
what I said
that
earlier.
you can play it. Like you're paying for an admission ticket, but you can always get kicked out. You don't own anything.
Exactly.
Which is why physical media is still a very important thing. But before I really dive in here,
The crazy thing about physical medium, especially on PC, it's useless. So yeah, you can have like you can buy games on PS4, on Xbox, on Switch, and you have that game, you have access to that game. If they ban you, make a new account. However, that does not work on PC because all these games, even the physical copies of PC games, have a code inside. So you install the launcher pretty much with the CD or the disc, and when you put in the CD key, it's used, and at that point you are still logged into that service. You still don't own the game. You own an installation file that is probably useless because everything nowadays is running through a launcher. Hard copies like discs on PC are scam. You don't own shit.
I want to thank today's sponsor.
Holy sh!
I'm not getting paid for this.
Skills at the right.
The link or scan the QR code on screen to check out
But
the
scan it.
content.
Help
So let's
Charlie.
dive in. It all started with this Twitter post here saying Ubisoft closes your account if you haven't logged in for some time. You will lose all your games purchased forever. And then it shows a screenshot of the email they had received saying that they're temporarily suspending the inactive Ubisoft account and will be permanently closing it in 30 days in accordance to their terms. But if you wish to keep this account, then you've got to click on the link that's in the email below. Now, when I first saw this, I thought it was maybe a bit of baloney here. I didn't know if it was legitimate or maybe this was like some kind of isolated incident or some kind of like fringe outlier where the account must have done something, had violations or something, and now it's been collecting dust. I just thought there was extension.
I mean, I would say something to that, but I was just thinking, is there any other service that does this? And I would say no. I haven't used my Xbox account in like 8 years. I never received anything. My PlayStation account at some point was also like 5 years inactive. Never got an email or anything about that. They were even so nice because when I created my PlayStation account, I made myself 18, despite being 13, 14 at that time. So, and they were like, "Oh yeah, that's cool. Don't worry about it." When I said like, "Oh, I can't change my password. My birth date is wrong and all that stuff," and they're like, "Oh, it's fine, whatever." So that was very nice from them. But no, I cannot remember a single service that I've ever used that has that deletes your accounts or for inactivity. I mean, I lost accounts because the game just got shut down and stuff like that. But that's clearly different because, well, the game doesn't exist anymore. So even if I had the account, it would be useless.
Circumstances. Because like with Steam, you're usually not just getting banned willy-nilly. No one's losing their Steam account for
Yeah,
not
that's true. It's
logging
hard
in
to get
for,
banned.
like, a long
Like,
period of time.
It's really hard to get fully banned on Steam. You can cheat in a video game. You can cheat in Counter-Strike and you will get a VAC ban or VAC ban, and that will only ban you for that game. Getting your entire account deleted or banned and yeeted is very hard. What is that? Look, he's kind of confused. My take is right. What I'm saying is true. It's very hard to get banned on Steam, and I saw straight up like German Nazi imagery as profile pictures. So I don't know. It's really, really, really hard to get banned. There's entire hate groups with 24,000 people in them that shit on everything that is a little bit of woke. Don't get banned. So I don't even know how to get banned on Steam. Probably if you just post porn on child games or something. I have no idea how to do it. I wouldn't know how to get banned on Steam.
I don't think, at least not that I know of. So this was certainly a first, and it was an eye-opener, because Ubisoft did confirm this. They went into the replies and said this: "Hey there." No exclamation point. You make me sick, Ubisoft support. At least show some excitement here. Get some enthusiasm behind the statement. Hey there, with just a period? How monotone. I can feel that you don't even want to be in the replies. We just wanted to chime in that you can avoid the account closure by logging into your account within the 30 days since receiving the email pictured and selecting the cancel account closure link contained in the email. We certainly do not want you to lose access to your games or account, so if you have any difficulties logging in, then please...
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We certainly do not want you to lose access to your games or account. Then why are you going... Why do you want to delete it? What the fuck?
Please create a support case with us and then linking ubisoft.com/help. So they do confirm that this is a real policy, and if you don't click that cancel account closure link, you're losing your account and you're losing all the games that you have paid for. No negotiation. Ubisoft is shutting the doors and they're taking your toys. And that's
what is the benefit of that?
Like that's kind of aggressive, I would say. So I did a little bit more digging here, and according to this article that I was reading, they do make this policy pretty clear, though it's one that I was unfamiliar with, and I'm guessing a lot of other people were unfamiliar with as well. This article comes from Windows Central and says that on their website, they detail the policy against inactive accounts.
I should mention this isn't a new revelation, but rather a highlight of the weird stance Ubisoft takes against inactive accounts. On their website, they detail the policy against inactive accounts. Please be reassured that Ubisoft does not automatically close inactive accounts as part of our terms of use. In rare instances, we may immediately close inactive accounts to comply with local data protection legislation. This is only if we have strong reasons to believe that the account in question will remain unused. We may also close long-term inactive accounts to maintain our database. But okay. You will be notified by email if we begin this process of closing your inactive account. If your account was flagged as inactive and you would like to keep using it, you can cancel the closure of your Ubisoft account. You can find the link on the cancellation Ubisoft emails and email address. According to this, you will lose access to your entire library of games if your account is deemed for deletion. Not only is this tied to your games library on PC, but Ubisoft stores points cross progression and more. Removing an account means you lose... Oh, I can see that to everything. Okay.
Please be reassured that Ubisoft does not automatically close inactive accounts. As part of our terms of use, in rare instances, we may immediately close inactive accounts to comply with local data protection
cross-progression systems?
This is only if we have strong reasons to believe that the account in question will remain unused. I don't know how they would have reasons to believe that an account will be unused unless they have like a death certificate of the person who owned the account. Like you'd never...
If they watch a stream of mine and see like, he's shitting on Assassin's Creed, terminate his account, he clearly will never come back. It's just...
never be able to say with a high level of certainty who's never coming back, right? Like how would they have access to that kind of information? But regardless, they go on saying that they may also close long-term inactive accounts to maintain their database. You'll be notified by email if we begin the process of closing your inactive account. And if your account was flagged as inactive and you would like to keep using it, you can cancel the closure of your Ubisoft account and then find the link for the cancellation in the Ubisoft
it's
email.
So weird.
And then there's some more mumbo jumbo about checking your spam folder just in case and this and that. But it does confirm that they will delete inactive accounts from time to time, and that does mean losing all of the games that you paid for. I still don't really understand the reason for it. It doesn't make much sense to me. The only time this ever...
I mean, I get that because all of these is let's call it casual developers, like Assassin's Creed and all of that stuff are just casual games, right? So they have the highest player base out of all games, like FIFA or now FC 24. Assassin's Creed, like games like Watch or Call of Duty, all these games have big millions of players because they are just the casual, easy games to get into. It's what, that's how it works. So you can imagine there's like a shit ton of garbage accounts because people forget it. They have no idea. They make a new account for like Rainbow Six Siege for this 20,000 Smurf. And it's like every time you go on like an Origin game or a Uplay game, the names in these games are just the most horrible, uncreative names humanly possible. Just like a Call of Duty. Like Call of Duty is a great example. All of the names in that game are just the worst of the worst because everything is taken already. You can probably go through like, think about 20 names. They will all be already taken because people just dump their emails and accounts and 20,000 new things. And you have Dark Dragon Slayer, Bloody Dagger, Dark Evil, Dead Shadow, Awesome Sniper XX Pussy Ass. So I understand that at some point you want to clear the database and just wipe the slate clean. I understand that.
What makes any sense to me is in the case of cheaters. If someone's cheating in an online game, obviously banning them makes sense. Yes, they may have paid for the product, but that doesn't...
Kidding me? God damn it. Yes, your name is fantastic. Did I just say Dark Evil, right? Did you just wait for this to happen? I would never say anything bad about you. You are a founder. By that, you are a better person looking for justice. Thank you.
mean that they get to go in there and cheat in the game, and they should be banned for it, which does restrict access to the game they paid for. But it's their fault. They fucked themselves. They broke the rules. Whereas here, no one's breaking any rules. They're just not active on Ubisoft. For good reason. Uplay is a fucking laughable joke of a
exactly.
service. So maybe there's just nothing that's bringing them back, and they haven't been back for a while. Why should they lose?
What? You don't want to play the 20th Assassin's Creed, but it's just like the other 20 Assassin's Creed, but with a different setting and even bigger with the same free missions times 100? What? That's weird. Why do we lose money? Put it in a shop. We need more XP multipliers.
Access to all of the games they fucking paid for. When it comes to like a single player game, or really any game aside from cheating in multiplayer games, when you pay for it, you own it forever and should always have access to it because you bought it. But that's just not the way things really work when it comes to digital goods. And there's always just kind of been like
needs
this
to change.
handshake agreement that, you know, you bought this on our service, so you do have it, you can play it whenever you want. Until we tell you you can't. And here they're saying you can't based on some arbitrary distinction of you've been gone too long. You're too inactive, so we're deleting you. Which I think is really fucking dumb. That should be illegal to do that, if you ask me.
You should have
and
more
let me explain
customer
why
protection.
I think this is a horrible decision from Ubisoft. Why I think this is a particularly detrimental financial move for Ubisoft and other companies that follow suit is because
why should you buy games from them now? If you know that, oh, I will probably not play for another year because what amazing Ubisoft games are coming out each year. One. Maybe. And maybe you don't even care about the new Watch Dogs, which I can't blame you for. No one gave a fuck about the last one. So it's not that unlikely that you will not use your Uplay account for a long time, because they rarely put out anything that is worth getting. If you have any taste in games. If you're just casual Andy coming home, sitting on your couch, playing PS4, yeah, whatever, play Assassin's Creed.
Because it incentivizes people to not buy the official product. It encourages piracy. And not just this, but also
oh no, don't pirate games.
Aggressive...
Don't pirate Ubisoft games. Just don't waste your time. Play something better. Play Elden Ring. That's a good game.
DRM a lot of games implement that actually makes the games play worse is begging people to pirate the game instead, because they get a more functional version of the game and they actually get to own it. When you pirate a game, you own the game. That can't be taken away from you. Whereas if you buy the official game,
That's true.
if you just don't log into your Ubisoft account enough, you might just lose what you paid for. They might just deem you gone too long. You know, you went to the store to get milk and didn't come back in time, so now all of the games you bought from Ubisoft, you can't access anymore. The shit you paid for, you can't play. I don't know how companies that have been around as long as Ubisoft has, or been as successful as Ubisoft has, are all of a sudden just missing the most basic concepts here. The water in their facility.
No, that is he misunderstands that. Because they are around for so long, they think they can get away with this shit. They've been around for so long, released shitty game after shitty game after shitty game, and they still are there. So they can do they can do pretty much everything they want and get away with it. It's the exact opposite. Because they are so long in the game, they think they can do this.
Must be contaminated with a stupid juice infestation. I don't get it. Because the number one thing to combat piracy is a better service. It's not more DRM. It's not making things more difficult. It's making things
Gabe Newell said that, by the
more
way.
convenient, faster, and better. You get a better product when you buy the official one. You get it quicker. You get it easier, less headache.
A very good example for that is Spotify. You probably don't pirate music anymore because Spotify is just way easier and way faster and way more convenient than pirating a song. So Spotify is very, very the perfect example for if you bring a good enough service out, people will not pirate anymore. Or less, there are still people who will not pay for Spotify. Despite you can just cancel Spotify all the time and get it for like 50 cents per month. And when you cancel it again, like, oh, you want to stay? Here's another 50 cents per month? Okay. That's a good service. That keeps you in.
It's just a better service. That's what beats piracy. But for some reason, companies like Ubisoft are going in the opposite direction, where they're making a worse product and worse service for anyone that's trying to legitimately buy it and engage with the official products, thus pushing people to piracy. It's something that everyone has mentioned like 1,000 times over the last few years. It's not just like a hot take from me or like a galaxy brain observation from me. This is basic shit that a company like Ubisoft should be able to recognize. It's just dumb.
They don't have
it's
to.
It's a silly policy to have. There's no way that it like somehow makes them money or saves them money or even like really frees up space or bandwidth for them or anything.
I can tell you what this does right now. Everybody who has a Ubisoft account will now go and log into their Ubisoft account. Why? Because they are afraid that they will lose their Ubisoft account for whatever reason. And the first thing they will probably see is a big banner. Oh, big sale, 70%. Wanna check that out? You play. You connect. Let's see, if I go into that store, what is the very first thing that I will see? I don't want that store. $75%. What do I... What did I just say? What is the... Yep, it's exactly what I said. The first thing they will see if they now log into their Ubisoft account, and they will probably see the first pop-up, and the first store thing is like, oh, look at that, 70% of Assassin's Creed Valhalla Complete Edition. And that's why that shit works. That's why it works. Now everybody is afraid, and, you know, fear of missing out. They are afraid of missing out their account. They see this. And now we have this. I don't say that this is like coincidentally doing it. I don't want to make the tin head foil whatever head. But I was pretty sure that something like this is very like some big whatever. I hate to I hate to be right.
It is just nonsensical. It's just dumb. It's just fucking silly. So yeah, I wanted to talk about this because this is just another example of another very successful company making the stupidest decisions for really no reason and no benefit. That's about it. So yeah.
Great video.
Just
I really like Most Critical's videos. So yeah. Spot on. But I think the last part, I was right. That shit is doing more. So, but in general, Ubisoft is making more money than ever before because of all the microtransaction stuff. And I think this will not hurt Ubisoft in any way or form. It will happen exactly what I just checked will happen. People will log into their accounts because, oh no, I don't want to lose my Assassin's Creed Black Flag account. And they will see, oh, the new Assassin's Creed is 70% off, only $30 for the complete Ragnarok edition. Oh yeah, I will play that. That will happen. And they will make more money because of this. They don't lose money. Piracy, they don't give a fuck about. Because there's like one guy who will buy everything in the Assassin's Creed Valhalla store, and he's already worth more than 100 people buying a game. That's just the reality nowadays. But yeah, I think this is a good stopping point. So yeah. See you in the next reaction. Bye-bye. Bye.